Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final math review to prepare for our math review quiz. To start off, we're going to do rounding, and we're going to round 38 and 74 hundredths to the nearest tenth. To start off, we need to start looking at our tenths place, and we need to underline our hundredths place. You get a star if you underlined the hundredths place. So remember, our rule is 5 or more, raise the score. And since our number is 4, we're going to let it rest and leave it at 38 and 7/10. You get a star for each number, a star for putting the decimal, and another star if you didn't continue on past the tenths place. Our key idea, as always, is 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Which gives us 7 stars total for this problem. Next, we go into subtracting decimals, where we're going to subtract 30 minus 5 and 73 hundredths. So let's set up our problem. Remember, we have to line up the decimals. And with whole numbers, there is always a decimal after the ones place. We just don't always need to write it. So in this case, we put in the decimal and our 2 zeros. You get a star for those 2 zeros, a star if you put the decimal there, and another star for putting your subtraction sign and setting up the whole thing as it should be. Now we can subtract, but we can't take away from any of the zeros. So we got to go all the way to the 3. Make that a 2, start regrouping, and now we can begin. So 10 minus 3 gives us 7, 9 minus 7 gives us 2, 9 minus 5 gives us 4, and bring that down for a 2. You get a star for each digit you got correct, plus a star for bringing the decimal straight down. And our key idea, as always, is to line up the decimals, and you get a star for that. Now at this point, if you are listening and you are watching through the whole thing, I want you to come up and tell Mr. Hunter the numbers 6, 1, 4. If you do, you might get a prize. Now we go into division. So 4,676 divided by 14. So we start with creating our factor chart. Go ahead and make sure your factor chart is filled in as it should be. You get a star if it's all correct. Next, we set up our problem. And remember, if 4,676 is on the inside, you get a star. And you get another star if 14 is on the outside. Now we can begin to divide. You get a star for each number you have correct, including the 0. Our answer should be 334. And our key idea, as always, is to write our multiplication chart. So that gives us a total of 20 stars for this problem. Now we can go into our reflection, where we know we have 37 stars total. Make sure you write your total on the top of your page. Our reflection is going to be a little bit longer and more in-depth this time, so we can be prepared for the math review quiz. This time, I want to know, I could teach blank because blank, but I still need help with blank. Once you've completed this, go ahead and turn your math journals in and make sure that you are reviewing these things to be ready for the math review quiz tomorrow.